Hello. Testing, testing. I think we're live. Welcome back to Control. Something nice to play at the end of a bloody hot week. Let me get my phone on Do Not Disturb, otherwise that's going to buzz all the way through. We'll jump back in. I cannot remember what our next thing to do was, but I know we've just defeated our mirror self. I don't think we got any more side quests. We've ticked off the anchor, we ticked off the fridge, and we were on our way to the main storyline when we got the mirror. So I think we're back to heading into the Prime Candidate program, perhaps. Oh, okay, you guys have suddenly appeared to contain the mirror. You would have been useful earlier, thanks guys. And I do have the residual of a cold, so if I end up clearing my throat or coughing, you know why. Those guys, the mannequin was what we wanted to do because it's in the same place as the main story, I think. And these guys will capture as we move around the facility. Just something we'll do before we close. So yeah, might as well use this teleport point. Figure out where on earth we actually need to go. Okay, it's there. I think logistics, perhaps? Or the Panopticon entrance. Yeah, let's go for that one. I think that spits us out into security. Just stare at a kaleidoscope for a while as it loads. There we go. Alright, let's hope my combat skills have not rusted. Hello, good to see you. How are you? We didn't miss much. Me just trying to figure out what we're doing next, which I believe is cleansing a mannequin. Just normal everyday things. Jump through the fire break and we should then be in security, hopefully. We're going to get our first combat of the day, yep. It's like this. Okay. Prime Candidate program. Hey, what are you? Okay, you're just, yeah. Feels like one of the corners. There might be that door over there, actually, in the Prime Candidate program. Put your mumbling. Oh, I missed. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. Let's have a close look at this. Okay, it just says cleanse and contain. That's helpful. Just gotta find it now, I guess. Hey, hello. Thanks for that. Oh, here we go.
After North Moore stepped down, I doubled every effort to find new prime candidates. There was no one. No one but me. That wasn't good enough. I pushed hard. I never wanted the Bureau to end up in that situation again. The Bureau needs a director. Always. When my time reaches an end, I want more options on the table. P1 through P5 were all false leads, dead ends, and disappointments. Then P6, Dylan Faden. He fell into our arms. No parents, they're gone, casualties of an AWE. The boy has exceptional talent. The oldest house will be his home. We'll build him from the ground up. He'll be trained and taken care of. Darling can be in charge of this project. I can't. I'll stay away. I will not fail the boy like I failed my own family. My daughter and my wife. We weren't careful enough back then. Something came home with me. I took work home. My Susanna got sick. When I realized my mistake, I wanted to bring her here for Darling to do what he could. Kate flat out refused. Civilian doctors treated our daughter, but they didn't have a clue. She died. Kate left me. Same old story. That was a long time ago. The Bureau is all I have now. And the prime candidates are our future. There are two. P6 and P7. We're spoiled for choice.
Yeah, there's the sad Trench story. I never really wanted to become director in the first place. And yeah, I was sort of double teamed with a cold and hay fever last week. So lots of coughing and sneezing. I've still got a bit of a phlegmy cough, but it's pretty much gone now, so you just might hear me clearing my throat. Yep, that was a run. There we go. Protective thing somewhere nearby. There it is. Keep me safe from being exploded. Can't run away holding a table for some reason. There we go. Dodge your friend. Time to run. Get out of here. One more. Who's left? Wow, they're on the lower level. Oh, hello. You're a bit easier now, and I've got better weapons. Yeah, Trench has stuff going on. Hello. Let's go pay a visit to the world-twisting mannequin.
God, the only thing creepier than one mannequin is a few dozen of the damn things.
Oh. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh. Wait, what? Ah, okay. Brightfall supplement. Alice Wake, Mr. Wake's wife, was found during the Bureau investigation. She was interviewed and evaluated. She showed signs of severe mental trauma in the form of memory loss. She was later directed to treatment. It's concluded that she had been trapped in the threshold during its manifestation. Notable individuals still missing after the Bright Falls event are FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, well, we know what happened to him, and Dr. Emil Hartman, referred to the Creator's Dilemma and the fire at RE, the Cauldron Lake Lodge. We will know what happened to him. Bureau researchers believe this event was the result of a forceful perception of subjective reality, stemming from Mr. Wake overlapping our own. Wake has been flagged as a potential para-utilitarian. Slightly more than that. In 2011, a book by Clay Stewart titled The Alan Wake Files was published by Roundabout Press. Agents interviewed Clay Stewart and suspected minor paleoutilitarian sensitivity. He was placed under indefinite surveillance. A monitoring station was established at Cauldron Lake to alert the Bureau of any future activity. Yeah, it's quite a common one. Yeah, these are rather unsettling as mannequins go. I gotta find which is the real one, or the thing shining through the floor there. Might just be a health nodule. Oh, I think I found it.
New hero policy. No more mannequins.
Alright, next save point, we'll go back to Langston and tell him that we've recovered his mannequin, I guess. Alright, cool, that's this shortcut. In that case, we might as well run back and tell him now. Seeing as he's just over there. Damn it. Yeah, I knew that name sounded familiar. It could well be, yeah. Again, we're dealing with slightly different realities and all this sort of stuff, so maybe his name's spelled different here. Right, any more you want me to hoover up?
These things are a bad influence on my collection.
Every altered item on your list is now back in the Panopticon, safe and sound.
That's a load off my mind. Missing altered items don't exactly reflect well on me, you know. Did they give you any trouble?
The flamingo pulled me into the astral plane just like the fridge did. That same creature was there.
I was looking over the old activity reports, and multiple items have been displaying much more destructive behavior in the past few weeks. There's some connection there, I bet, but it's a bit above my pay grade.
Well, something to keep an eye on.
And if I have any more runaways, I'll know just who to call.
I guess this is my life now.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Right. Yeah, we've just come to the edge of a admittedly quite minor heat wave. It got about 28 degrees C at its highest, which is not the highest we've had even in recent years. But it was still warm enough to sap all the energy out of me. Had to make do with a tower fan, unfortunately. Hello. Go. There we go, and deal with your friend up there. Oh, I suppose that makes some sense. Weesh. Oh, is there a sniper up there? Yes. Well noticed, sir. My sniper rifle hits harder. Of course, that'd be you guys. Really not it. Ah, there we go. And of course it's you. There we go. Lord. The room's still all fucked up. I guess that's less mannequin I thought there was another weird thing up there, but no, it's just that floating dude. Where am I going? Just gotta find the program, okay. That's the way I came. Closed cases. Oh god. Oh, sorry, did I, didn't mean to misgender if I did. The hell is that?
I can see you're upset, Meg. Why don't you tell Uncle Mr. Bones what's wrong?
I did bad on my clairvoyance test.
You can't ace every test, Meg. You see, everyone has different brains. Some brains can talk to each other. We call this ESP.
ESP?
Some brains can lift objects, like a baseball. Talk about a fly ball, eh, Meg? No interruptions! So who cares if you fail your clairvoyance test? Maybe your brain can throw baseballs, or talk to dead people, or make friends blind. Once we know what your brains can do, we'll know what job to give you. And if your brains are just right, you'll get to sit in the big chair.
What the fuck?
What if I don't want the big chair?
What if I don't want the big chair? Everyone wants the big chair, Meg! That's why we're all here. Use those brains to listen for once, or the only chair you'll get in is the one with straps.
I'm sure it's getting weirder by the second. Is there some document around here that explains what the fuck is going on with that show? Just give me the thing, give me the thing. Give me the thing! There we go. Brightfall summary. An unconfirmed threshold manifestation at Cauldron Lake resulted in a fictional story written by the author Alan Wake, creating an AWE in which reality was altered to match that of the story, though only locally and for a limited time. Mr. Kirkland, head of investigations, was alerted on September 13, 2010 by ex-Bureau agent Frank Breaker that an AWE was taking place in Bright Falls, Washington. Blah 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 blah. Breaker had received a call from Barry Wheeler on behalf of Breaker's daughter Sarah, who is the current sheriff of Bright Falls. A Bureau field team arrived at the site 2 days later only to confirm that the event was over. Interviews were conducted, referred to yada yada Thomas Zane, and Odin Anderson, Torrenson. Alan Wake was believed to instigate her. Eyewitness reports highlight an old light switch, possible object of power, that missing. Wake was not found at the scene. Reports claim he dived into the lake, but no body was recovered in the search. Yeah, that was one huge chair, which apparently everyone wants. Nope. That's just going to lead me. That's where I was. Maybe it's downstairs. I'm looking here at least. Okay, what have you been in here? It's going well. You know, having some sort of reasonable map might help, but... Any pickupables? Yeah, it makes life a lot more interesting. The dumb usual stories running alongside each other. It's gonna make me feel sick if I keep looking at all this twisty turning. Out of the way. Chest. Okay, nothing down here. To there, maybe? Or is that the one that leads back? Oop, P7.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see? It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector.
It me. In the library. In the coffee soap. Oh, I have my P7 candidate outfit. Great. I'm sure that'll go to good use.
All the times I felt paranoid, I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
Yeah, it was okay. We went out for a decent meal by the seaside. Just chatted for a bit, you know. She's 90 odd now, so you know there's not too much we can do anymore. So it's mainly just sitting around chatting until she was worn out. We watered her garden and left. Okay, lots of arriving in different places looking for this place, I'm assuming.
We used to play there.
If you mess up that button press, then you...
We used to
There we
play
go.
there all the time. Me and Dylan. And other kids as well. We loved it. This time, I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other?
Maybe.
When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink? Did that make you uncomfortable?
No. That's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing. The slide projector...
Let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping and finding adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Feels like you're maybe playing your hand a bit too much there, psychiatrist, because I'm presuming you're from the FBC, trying to get information. I don't know. Either that or you're a very weirdly specific
All the time.
psychiatrist.
Me
And yeah, I know.
and
She's my last remaining grandparent now, so... Yeah,
we loved it.
it's the sad march of time, you know.
This time, I remember, was
Don't make I can't shoot off the wall.
Different. We found the way in.
What's that fucking rave noise going on there? Ordinary
I
AWE.
studied what happened in Ordinary here.
Okay,
That's
well.
the place to start looking.
Gentlemen. Gee, you're better off helping me, I think. Yeah, I'd find a new psychiatrist if it was me. I'm not supposed to force your conclusions on the subject. It validates the entire therapy process. There you go. So reward for being in my service is a quick death. Work chat, dead dog. I see your creepy teeth delivery and raise you a dead dog. Yeah, like a straight up deceased dog. Had a collar on it and everything. Been rotting in that box since I packed it up. Go ahead and imagine how that smelled. So don't go whining to me. I wish I just got to watch a parade of human teeth. Lovely. I'm sure that's standard packaging for perishables to just stick them in a cardboard box, but there you go. Wow, looks fun shit is happening in there. Willow AWE shipping manifest. A hollow sphere, stone-like material, vitrified soil, pieces of various sizes and colours, animal carcass, possibly canine, rusted metal bucket, leather wallet, aged shotgun cartridge. All materials to go to the investigation sector. I guess that's the dead dog. Is there any buttons I need to press in here? No, just look like a button pressy sort of an event. Guess we call the lift. Bing. Whoa, hello. Trying to jump scare me. Listen, I'm going the right way.
Dylan and I were both prime candidates. Experiments.
That's a weird way of saying experiments. Experiments. Oh, I thought I had a time to get tea in that, but it opened up a bit earlier than I was expecting. Fine though. See you back there. It's bloody hard to see you through all this redness, but just get rid of it. There you go, shift all those walls back and see what we're dealing with.
We're going back home. Of course we are. It started there, and it's never gone away.
Okay, links to the New York subway. Guess if we're gonna move stuff in nice and quick. Okay, yep. Not yet ready to deal with that. 3 points. I did wonder if I should be using shield more, but it just takes up so much of your energy. Well, to reduce the time it takes to seize rather than anything else, but I suppose I'm pointing to levitation for the mo. Because we can like slam down, which would be quite useful. Yeah, that's what confused me as well. It seemed like they were sort of trying to recap the outcome of the ordinary AWE, but that was when she was a child, but she sounds exactly like she does now, so she could have had that interview yesterday for all we know. But, yeah.
There's gotta be a way to rotate this device. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Gotcha. Oh, hello. Can see you down there. Control panel. Bridge operator, that looks like the place. Okay, we're going to have to go down the dangerous route, I think. Okay, it's stuck behind a small fence. Okay, shield efficiency, yeah. Oh, mole's getting in. Need to get Arthur in his bucket. Work chat, teeth. Guess we just had to inspect an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes. Me, that's who. You know what was inside each one? A single human tooth. Fucking gross. Okay. Boop. Guess this door won't open unless there's a...
It won't rotate. Something's blocking it.
Okay. Gonna be all this mold. There we go. He did indeed. And it's jamming up the works.
Rotate. Something's blocking it.
And there we go. Oh, how's Romeo, by the way? Is he fully healed up from his issues from before? Can't remember if I asked. Sounds like an ambush spot, doesn't it? Switch back over to the big blasty. Oof. Weirdly grind down the rail. Anyone want to get a ladder in the face? Fuck. Oh, it's one of these screamy invisible jerks, is it? There we go. You get one good scream in and then you just get barraged by flying stuff. Maybe I should do this when she screams. That seemed to be the sensible thing. But I always forget I have a shield. I'm too busy flinging objects. Oh, I wanted to see if I could take the emergency light and use it as natural light. Sadly not. That's good. As long as he's behaving like his usual self. It's usually a good sign with cats. Oh, hello. I think the wing is supposed to be going the other way. This is some hyper-advanced helicopter that has an extra engine on it. Don't think we got the superhero slam just yet. I think that's next level. But that is something I want. Oh man, I was hoping like there's a hidden secret at the top of the thing. When you see a plane wing like that in video games, you always climb it, right? Okay, that's up to the AWE. Let's have a quick poke around in some of these rooms first. This might be a side quest room, given the little these things. Okay, not sure what that did, if anything. That's 2. Aha. Right, where did you go? I feel like we saw another spot for you. Maybe it was over there? Come on with me while we figure it out. Ah! Oh, was that literally to power the lift? Okay. 3 power things just for 1 lift is a bit excessive, isn't it? Ah, yeah. Yes, cats do tend to get themselves into trouble sometimes. We got a named guy, I think. Yep. Junior Agent ID is oh, he's dead and killing his friends, so. Imagine how messed up it would be if there was actually some semblance of the real human person left in these guys. Just watching someone pick up the dead corpse of their friend and throwing it at them. Dead corpses, I suppose, with those live corpses. Bad English. Okay, I think I'm going the right way. This room looks very similar to the room in the other one, but I guess maybe it's just a transit corridor thing there. Just built like that. But the giant blinding light indicates I'm probably going the right way. Ordinary AWE Stage 1A. The first slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were lots of dolls. That's Dylan. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. Oh, excuse me. That was Jesse. I went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Note, likely Neil Hosenberg. Missing. He was mean. He had asthma. Tom. Note, likely Tom Barlow. Missing. And his gang Freddy. Likely Frederick Bartwell. Missing. Hugo. No one by this name found. Bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. That's Dylan. Okay, and they all disappeared. Yeah, probably. Had to get the plane and the wing in as intact as possible, so this can be easier if everything's going the one way. Is there a button in there I need to press? Yes, yes there is. Beep beep. Oh, we've got America Overnight again.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows. Thank you for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if
they found out, I don't know what would happen. If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said, but that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother lived there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Hor Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction, as predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now, I warned you about the language, caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. Good timing, too. It's time for a short break.
Yep.
Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
Can't let it get too close to the truth.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years shining a light in the shadows.
Oh yeah, lots of multimedia content it looks like. Ordinary summary. An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary caused by an object of power, the slide projector, discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. Oops. On August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden and Jesse Faden were playing at the local dump where they discovered a discarded slide projector. A team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September the 14th. The AWE had ended, but the team found that the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when the agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. Nice. Right, what are we rejecting this time?
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying.
Very dramatic. Yeah, it is. It's using its propaganda well, isn't it? Which, as you say... Oh god, I got stuck a box on me again. As you say, a lot of modern day agencies do the exact same thing. Okay, stage 4A. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. There were a lot of them. More of the kids from town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us. But then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog. Like a melted dog. But I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. Okay. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. Therapy session in 2010. Jessie said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school. Additional slide designation hand is verified and in Bureau possession. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation Dog Neil. Okay. You melted your friend.
Television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process.
Bam. Yeah, I can imagine.
Annual evaluation.
there we go.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden.
2 minutes.
Formerly
Settle in.
P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then.
As he
In a
nodded.
single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
Mm-hmm. What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
Well, it sounds like more happened than just Roberts, but yeah, sounded like he did kill, maim someone. I could have sent someone a bit more empathetic in. I'm not gonna lie. Just blindly repeating tests, questions that he has no way of answering, and over when he's actually asking for help, is probably not going to get the effect you're hoping for, lady. Cleanse this. Okay. No, it's not going to be whispering at me the whole time. What do we got? Stage 1B. Dump witness testimonies. The second slide we called the meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. Must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then when we'd come out, everything had melted around the projector. Ooh. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. Okay, well, Tom was straight up about to kill like another child there by just switching that slide. It's a bit,
Let's see what they have on
It's very
board
Stephen
there.
King. Oh, well, they've recreated it, have they? Yeah.
It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Okay, this isn't creepy at all. Car crash. Is this the main house? That way it's like stage 3. Boop. Stage 2. Stage 1. This must be the dump. Ordinary dump site. Oh, okay. Guess we're fighting with bits of plant, are we? Fake plant, anyway. Go where grenades can't hurt me. Spice! Lord, you take a punishment, my friend. Don't fly. Spear ya.
We found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too?
Personal mods full again.
Is that where they keep it?
Ah, the spot for spare personal mod. Dodge efficiency. Really been dodging. Sea speed. Yeah. Alright, let's go over the old deconstruct sequence again. Get rid of everything that's 4 or lower.
You mentioned a poem last time we
Yeah, I
talked.
should have just stomped around the town for a
By
bit before they
Thomas Zane?
spawned.
Yes.
Make the most of it.
Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle.
It's Tom Zane poem.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s,
Ooh.
named Thomas Zane.
Setting things up for the sequel there.
I don't
No matter. It suits you very well. The poem.
Interesting,
How you
really.
see things.
Thing as Tom Zane being that filmmaker
Maybe
came as a bit
you
of a
wrote it
blindside to me
I
in Alan Wake
didn't.
2, but it looks
No
like it was
matter.
set up here.
You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this. I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No. No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse.
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined. A poem last time we talked. By Thomas
Shut you
Zane.
off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, they do a lot of mod-led lore, which is very impressive. There's a bit of a double-edged sword, I guess, because the risk is that everything just feels very wishy-washy and stitched together and hard to follow, which is criticisms I have heard of Control and Alan Wake, to be fair. That sometimes it all just gets split up itself and very difficult to all piece together. But, you know, it's not for everyone, is it? So, okay, this one's just called Ordinary. Details. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden and the obtained therapy sessions of Jesse Faden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the Ordinary site. Note that the accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. For example, Dylan claims there were 8 slides for the projector, Jesse mentioned 9. The Bureau found 1 intact slide and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, the slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse Faden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Darling has ordered that the entirety of the Ordinary Town dump be brought to Bureau for examination and analysis with hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to limited space in the investigation sector, this AWB will be investigated in the containment sector. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I think she's still sort of conflicted, you know. And after that first psychiatry session, I wouldn't be telling her anything at all. Here it is. Yeah, that's certainly a dump.
Landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
Dump cessation of work order. By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the Ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. Okay. Looks lovely. Presuming what's in that car is what we need to get, but... Right, where's the orb? There's the orb. But you're screaming. Too slow, Junior Operative Blur. Say, don't do the combat over music yet, mate. Plenty of jerks to kill. There we go. Nice and easy.
We should check that lab.
What is that? It's an album cover. There we go. Greatest hits of the old gods of Asgard. I was 9 or something when I found my dad's Old Gods album. I became a huge fan instantly. Eesh. Yeah, it's true. Remedy do better than most. Oh god, it's the fridge. They do it better than most, I've got to say. Okay, sometimes it's hard to keep up with, but you can generally piece things together, and they have created a very nice world to see everything in. Must admit, I never really got into GTA anyway, other than a bit of Vice City back in the day. But I think that's more about the engine that they make these games in, because it just feels really annoying and clunky just to move. That always wears it down for me. That and just not generally being interested in gangster stories. Had more fun with Saints Row back in the day. Right, we got to passcode this thing. Not seeing any sheets, maybe we'll be let in.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
I'm guessing he's getting a grasp on the hiss. And maybe figuring out where they're coming from. Well, I think we're getting a phone call. Yep. You have heard wrong, fake news. The board is A-OK, intact. The rebel faction dissent is... former, fired. The crisis purge is over. This is not a matter of worry for you. You can hang up now, please. I think the board may be having a bit of an issue. Is that the one I just heard? Yeah. Okay, sure, mate. Sure. Ah, yes, didn't read the case file for the mannequin. No known procedures for preventing the item's effect. Lining the cells, item cell with the new discovered black rock has yielded positive results. Test with other altered items. A wire and fabric waist mannequin. The base and head, doesn't even have a head in there, are made of stained wood. The item duplicates. The trigger for this behavior is unknown. No correlation can be found in either the number of duplications that manifest during an episode or the duration for which they last before disappearing. Okay, pretty simple. Yeah, that's true. 4, I did spend a bit on 4. 4 is one of those games where I really wanted to play like the story and hear more about the main character and stuff, but I just did not enjoy the actual act of playing it, so I ended up just dropping it. 5 I played for about an hour and was like, yeah, this probably isn't for me either. Don't quite understand the fervour with which those games are played, but maybe that's just me. Ooh, we need to go to the ashtray maze. Oh, I hope we have enough time for the ashtray maze. Because the ashtray maze is the musical segment of this game. I think, can we get to a control point this way? It's hard to tell where we're going and what level things are on, you know? I don't think there's anything down there, though. There we go. Right, before we go and do more things, I think it is time for a check-in with Artie. Oh, that's just popped into our thing there. I think this is the Alan Wake DLC. Let's check in with Artie first, though. Unless it's super close to where we are. It's in Central Executive, we've got to check it out. Interesting, we might do that next then. Just slot it in the midst of things when we've just been hearing about it. Seems to narratively fit in some sense. Seems to be getting all those Bright Falls documents. It should be okay. Don't remember having any trouble with it last time. I don't remember them piling in too much difficult stuff, but like I say, we're going to go around and do some side quests. Maybe check out the Alan Wake side of things and then pick it up from there. I mean, we've got maximum health and energy, so it's hard to see how much more stronger we can get, really. I might as well actually save me pennies and, well, I can just get it now. That's my launch damage maxed. Ooh, yeah, let's save up our pennies for multi-launch. That'd be very useful. Am I going the right way? Been a while since I've been down here. No, I'm not. I'm this way. Okay. And No. Okay, they'll come on the way back, I'm assuming. Hey, there we go. Any words of wisdom? Not until I pick it up. Even more mold.
More of it. This thing is completely leaving from the mitten. Perkele. Saatana. Helvetin helvet. Onpa tulossa ja tällaista paskaa.
Yep, thank you for your Finnish words of wisdom. I think we're having chicken fried rice tonight. We've had a few vegetarian dinners over the weeks, so we're just doing something quick and easy today, being a Saturday. And chicken fried rice is easy and tasty. Just egg fried rice with fried chicken. Also, very randomly, want to go slightly American and try my hand at making cornbread this weekend. It's something I've been wanting to try for ages, but not being someone who travels, it's unlikely to be anything I actually get, you know, where it's commonly made. So I figured, screw it, I'll just find some ingredients and just make it and see what it's like. Okay, well, that seems like a good place to go, the Coolant Pumps entrance. Let's clear up this mould first, and then we'll take a peek at the Alan Wake DLC. Leave the ashtray maze for when we are as souped up as we can be. Maybe that'd be better to do at the start of a session anyway. I really don't want to have to cut off in the middle of the ashtray maze. Well, is your problem, I'm guessing.
The mold's gotten in here too?
I mean, oh god, I remember this bit.
Cleaning, she said, cocking her gun.
Might have to try that as well. Once I get the basic recipe down, then I can sort of mess with it, can't I? The last time I tried cooking with buttermilk, it didn't go well. I think there might be a slight difference terminology in the US and UK about the buttermilk we get, because the stuff I got was super thick. Like, you can't make a batter out of it, it was just too thick. So I tried making buttermilk pancakes, and the end result was not good. It did not have the texture of a pancake, and it really amplified the sour taste of the buttermilk, presumably because it was so concentrated. But the stuff I got this time seems a bit better, so fingers crossed will be right. I don't see any mould down there, so I'm assuming it's all up in the rafters. Aha. Oh, I think I see you, yeah. They have like the little glowing nub. Should be one more somewhere. Presumably it's over that side. Lads? Yeah. Yeah, we'll be serving it with butter. I think it suggested jam as well, but we shall see. I'll just try all the different tasty things with it and see how we get on. Ouch, that was kind of dumb. Where are you hiding? Boop. Okay, well, I just went straight through his head. Okay. Quite the versatile stuff then. Isn't it like a staple side at like Thanksgiving dinners or something? Just keep an eye on the ceilings so we don't run straight past things. You know it's going to be hidden in some hard to spot location. I don't think they quite know how to deal with me being up here. chaff. Whoa, hello. I forgot I could do this. Oh, that's an idea. Yeah. Try and see if we can use it as a vegetable delivery system. God knows I probably don't eat as many as I should. We eat more fruit as a result of the diet, but vegetables are still an issue. I've often said if I liked salad, then losing weight would be so much easier. Unfortunately, salad vegetables make me very sad. Where is this last fucking polyp that I've got to pop? I think it's all up here. I know if I go down, they're going to spawn shit. So I had trouble with this quest before, I think. Just take a peek up around here. Into the light. That's going pretty well. Lost 6 kilograms so far. So it's coming along nicely. I think I've had a veggie stir fry before. I'll have to do it again. I have to pick the right sauce though. Because I did a veggie stir fry myself and got the vegetables nice, but the sauce that I put was a black bean sauce. And from a jar it was not good. It's tasty when you get it from an actual restaurant, but from the jar it was pretty rough. Where is this last nodule? Running around in circles looking for it now. Maybe it's like it was back through the hole I came in through and they just put it there as a sort of a... This was supposed to be a gimme, but I walked straight past it. It's possible, I guess. Not on the underside, is it? Doesn't look like it. It's not you. Just double check that it's not clustered around here. Nope. I knew you'd spawn as soon as I dropped down. Let's see if an underneath angle will yield any results. Oh, well, that was Hepston's stall, apparently. Man, he got the worst of it. He got fully split open, bless him. We're gonna have to Google where to find this last nub. Oh, there we go. Sneaky little mold cluster. Okay. Right, let's go back to Central Executive. See if we can upgrade our gun anymore. No, I might as well go back through the little hole I came in through because there was a teleporty jobby right there. Just need to get back up there, really. Yeah, I think that might be part of the problem, is that a lot of veggies they seem to serve to you when they're just like boiled or steamed, and you just get the flavour of the veg and not much else. It's always better when the flavour's masked with something that actually tastes nice. clear you out in case you follow me. There we go. Ah, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, it can be difficult to make people do things with food, I've found. I think it's because food is like one of the biggest sources of comfort, just in general. Like getting people to change what they eat, even if it's for a clear medical reason, can be very difficult. Or people can just be stubborn, I guess. Nip back to Central Exec. And get this Alan Wake DLC on the way. Hopefully we're high enough level for it. But I don't remember running into any sort of difficulty walls when I played through this game before. I think because it just lets you upgrade as you go pretty much, and we're pretty decently upgraded. Gentlemen? Yeah. Okay, wow, yeah, no. Super cool suit. Unfortunately, that's what's it. You need to stick with the diet long enough for it to become habit. Otherwise, it's all going to go away.
Darkness engulfed the elevator.
Oh, hello.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss, so it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away, and made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a man desperate to escape. She sensed something else too. A hunger in the dark, not unlike the hostile resonance, waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Cheers, Alan. And Ilker is a handsome man.
Something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call.
We got to wait until you finish.
Faden sensed a drowning man.
Let me just quickly just.
A hunger in the dark. Investigation Sector.
Investigation
There we go.
Sector, huh? We should check this out.
There it is. Okay, well, it's very dark down here. Can't imagine why that would be. There we go.
Hello?
Ah, yeah, that's an unfortunate
Anyone
pairing
here?
there.
Guess not.
Missing agents. Mr. Kirkland, here are the latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, Researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, and Agent Derek Shah. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You'll be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of the reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Oh dear. Surely you should be archiving as soon as you write them.
A lot more crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
So we know there was a containment breach. Darling investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling. Despite the accounts of Anonymous regarding inhumane treatment of a currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of sector personnel seem to be wholly aware of any such contained there. One confirmed the code name to be, but all files pertaining to that name are inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity whether the non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into research. Okay. Yeah, it's because it's treated as cosmetic for the most part, isn't it? So it's enormously expensive. Oh, Casey inquiry. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Special Investigator Gleason. Okay. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay. Case files, a tractor supplement, the Burrow tractor. Notes, miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Okay. William Burrow is a Caucasian male, 33 years old, found dead on his property, per the police report. Remains obtained from coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. The autopsy findings found blunt force injuries to the head, lacerations to the left ear and cheek, blunt force injuries on the extremities, a dislocation of the right knee, complete avulsion of right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus. There was also extensive trauma to the abdominal region, complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and a portion of the large and small intestine, all missing from the scene. It is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was picking up from that. Resignation letter. To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the FBC. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my departments. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame the situation on us, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that fire break. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. They've has failed as agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. Oh dear. Lots of scattered pages. Mr. Dennis. Don't know. So yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing, That's in. There's your first hint of what's going on here. And the ones left for other departments after Kirkland quit. We're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just finding the paperwork for the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. You better not still be sitting on your desk. These people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Okay. Yeah, we are getting all the information about Alan Wake that preceded the sequel. Cauldron Lake update. To Chief Investigator Dennis. It happened again. 3rd time this year. Something certainly has it out for our... Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complained about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Ooh, that might be the one that we walked past. That Stephen and the coffee guy are standing outside of. Okay, so I'm pronouncing it right. That's right. Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a Bureau Tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Lake? I mean, sure, that's Cauldron Lake. You didn't cross it out elsewhere. Don't let me see any data. Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. That was Agent Estevez. There we go. I swear I heard his name before when I was playing Alan Wake 2, so he might be mentioned at least. Underhill background. Dr. Rhea Underhill. Excuse me, again. Oh, they are professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. She has no known connections to paracriminal organisations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behaviour has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. The investigation has found no compelling reasons to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mould threshold issue. Okay. Yeah, my god, this DLC is chock-block full of documents. Speaking of which, per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, was launched into the Dr. Director Zachariah Trench. Okay, a recent change witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive when blah 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 with other staff, has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Arguments, maybe? Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest that arguments centre around the Dimensional Research Wing and they're kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench is anything more than interpersonal agreements. The investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behaviour is not indicative of any, and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Okay. Well, it is now. He shot himself. Trench, official warning. Kirkland, I am growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your competence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures plotting against me. You are traitors. But the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Okay, Trench was sort of going off the handle a little bit there, by the sounds of it. Boop. didn't quite work. There we go. Nah, that's fine. It'll probably just turn into the mannequin, seeing as that was the first big element of this stream. Official findings report of the Prime Candidate Program. Per authorization of Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. Whether anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic were brought into Yori's house and placed under examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic or paranaturally inclined. Not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human decency. That's what I'm presuming it said anyway. This investigation team unequivocally the Prime Candidate Program and recommends that it be immediately. Bit of an arbitrary crossing out there, so you can just glean what it actually meant to say. Tractor procedures. Okay, I guess they were just brought it in case, even though it clearly was an animal attack. A Frank Elk tractor, olive green. Dried blood on the grill when last seen. Okay, no, it actually was a tractor that was eating people. I thought it was, like, leading towards something else, but no, it's just an evil tractor. Item is capable of vocalized responses and unmanned locomotion. Considered as highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of Burrow Farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on the scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panic calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communications staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured where they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected are currently unknown. Yeah, tractor seeking revenge for your physical abuse. Oh, is it? I guess that makes sense, yeah. Keystone inspection. We stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them here. Given their records, it's possible they've switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely happened here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on the various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, we should send a team out here to cordon this place off and maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Okay. What happens if I take this thing out? Not much, turns out. Anyway, I think I need to go to the fire break. It doesn't seem to have power.
It's not working.
Is there a socket?
Probably lose power core somewhere.
Is there a socket for this? Or do I just have to re-socket it in there, but properly this time? Nope. Torch would be nice, but I still got that box trapped on me. No, I'm alright. Is there another generator then that needs a core? Is that what we're implying? No, I still got the box on me. Here we go. It can just weirdly float away. Yeah, we've got to like go and nudge. For the wire, perhaps? I mean, you're hooking up to this lighting gantry, which probably isn't what we're after. I wish I had a torch. Aha, there we go. Not you. Yeah, I know. The box is lovely.
There. Now that gate should open.
Yet another document. Specimen escape assessment. The purpose of internal investigation is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI-1 that resulted in the deaths of so many agents. An investigation report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the something of some time, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive behaviour. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. The air filters were changed, and an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice somebody entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it's likely that Mrs. Somebody's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the investigation is ongoing. What are you doing, Alice? I just chugging my coffee before it gets cold. Boop. Maybe we'll find out how well Polaris does against the Dark Presence.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Now, how many Alices do we know? The Blessed Organization. This group, individual, has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. Paracriminal. A review of the past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. Excuse me. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless, an amazing name, was involved in the legal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization. Yes, it's being very vague, isn't it? Oh. Okay. We're off to the hotel again.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake. Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
Our first look at Zane.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine,
I did
my
pick up on
friend.
that as
Let me
well.
handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
He does sound pretty, not surprised though.
Who went missing
Probably
in that
drunk. He's
WWE case I read about.
an auteur filmmaker, so he's probably lots of drinking drugs going through his brain right now. Right, let's get through the motel.
Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
Funny that. Hello? What are we buying? Cracker trail mix, hot and spicy something, pistachios, potato chips, crackers, pretzels, protein bars. I'm not sure what those are. Protein bars and something. See, it ends in B-E-R-S. Fibers, maybe? Bit weird. Okay, well that turned on a beer alert. Okay, you can get rid of the beer alert now. Thank you. There we go. Not sure what. We've got to make things quiet. There's my keys. Whoa.
Dr. Emil Hartman.
Okay, learning more about Hartman.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Okay, so Hartman has been darkness changed and his changed.
That had been Hartman broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came.
Yeah, it looks like it.
The thing that had been Hartman.
After Alan had jumped into the lake and the FBC came along to pick up the pieces, and predictably made everything worse. Oh, there's the fire break. Well, they properly blew it up. That door even gonna open? No, that door's not gonna open. Guess that's where we've got to go, though. Looks like we might just be able to make it. But we might have to jump again. She ain't open. Head for the yellow bits of guidance, I'm guessing. Yeah, there we go.
Couldn't be damp and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
Nothing. Okay. Yeah. Not quite sure what we're doing here. Everything's sort of duplicating and we've got another object of power messing stuff up.
That doesn't look like a house shift.
No, it
Do
doesn't.
I even want to know?
Presumably we're going to find taken agents. Or bastards. You either get hissified or you get taken. We didn't have to fight anything for that one. Now they've been hissified. What am I holding? Oh, there we go. Pretty sure they do. Seems to remember one of the documents had, you know, when they have that radio show. What the? Alright, we'll worry about the haunted vending machine in a second.
Of course, the hiss are already in here.
Did it just stop on its own? Okay, maybe it just has a limit to how long it can bounce around. Damage while aiming. What am I on now? Okay, yeah, I'm on better than that anyway, so wouldn't worry. Foot. Okay, I guess I gotta read this. Hello, my feet gossip at night, and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely me. Thanks for sharing. Hartman arrest. Okay. Offender names: Emil Hartman. Victim names: Alan Wake, Tor Anderson, Odin Anderson, Lane, Rudolph Lane, yep. Wendy DeSol, Thomas Emerson, and I wonder who they've blanked out. Got the Anderson brothers, got Alan Wake in there. Don't know. Who others were regulars in his little clinic that would be blacked out. Officer names: Special Agent Remy Dennis. Charges: kidnapping of an altered individual, sanctions against altered organizations, obstruction of Bureau investigation, and breaching the Ash Act. 6 counts on that one. Offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each, except the Anderson brothers due to their senility and wake, possibly deceased. Anything interesting in this meeting room? Doesn't look like it. Oh. How do I get in here? Yeah. Yes, he was, you're right. Okay, that's how I get in there. Oh, I found a hidden location. I didn't even know those were a thing. Personal mod, seized protection. What's that all about? You get the camera maybe out of her head. There we go. Shield efficiency. Where were you? Seize accelerator. Seize protection. Incoming damage after seizing enemy. Okay, it wasn't as exciting as I thought. I thought it'd be like they actually stay on me and guard me and stuff, but no. It's just another number increase.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Okay, yeah. Not going any further up there. I'm guessing the oldest house isn't dealing particularly well with the infiltration of the darkness. Oh god, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
This darkness is blocking the door.
There we go.
Now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows. Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
Yeah, who'd have thought? Okay. So it's just more light sources in case I busted that one. Oh, hi. Yeah, thinking that would be the case. Okay, there he goes. That was our glimpse of Hartman there. About 5 minutes. You got any abilities? Not really many. Oh, I can upgrade something. No, it was only a shatter and surge, which I don't use. I want to upgrade you. We need this corrupted sample, apparently. Let's just have a peek out here and then go from there, really. Well, I guess that's where the fucked up hallway connected to. Yeah.
The third thing.
Oh.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both change what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're in new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now we crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
Okay.
Sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now we crashed out of darkness toward
Light for you. See, we can have a poke. If we have to quit in the middle of a scene and reload, it's not the end of the world. Interrogation complaint. Kirkland, so you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was fucking hired to do. My job? Wanna know what I call that? Bullshit. Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, and I've heard some fucking stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the fucking terminology. You think putting me off the case will stop me? Then think again. That piece of shit blew up those tracks. He killed those people, all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in that interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. You go ahead and put me on suspension. See if that slows me down. Okay, well. Oof. That's what I can say to that, really.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how, exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck. Cooperate. Okay, there we go. All right. That was faint, but I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. Ha! The recording better work this time, or I swear to God. What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Okay. Wonder what happened to him. Guess it was more than just paranoia in the end. And yeah, the hiss and the darkness working together is weird and scary. Seeing as they seem to like amplify each other by the sounds of it. I'm just going to nip back and save it. Because we are at time. How many points do we need for multi-launch? 8. You got 3. Okay. Well, we're absolutely saving up for multi-launch because that's how I do 99% of my damage. So we might as well make it so we can kill everyone instantly. It's just jukebox tokens for you, which yeah, not too thrilled with the idea of going back there. But maybe when we've got multi-launch, we can give it another try. But yeah, this was a pretty good episode. We've done quite a lot of stuff. We did some main quests, some side quests. And now we're doing the DLC for Alan Wake, which will presumably take up most of next session. And yeah, I got the feeling he's dead too, which kind of makes the motel feel like a lot more of a creepier place. I guess it's something that's safe to move through, but you wouldn't want to stay there. Surprisingly, he was alone as well. I feel like the standard protocol would be to have like 2 people together, but what do I know? Either way, should be back next week. I think I've got 2 more streams still scheduled, but in a couple of weeks' time I'm going on my honeymoon, so there won't be any streams during that. But I will let you know when that comes to. But for now, next week should be business as usual. So have a lovely weekend. I shall see you next week with more Control.